dinner is served. Meat on meat. Going in my belly. All right.
Holy piss, talk about biting off more than you can chew. I still got a lot of that steak left, and I am completely full. So what I'm going to do is, Oreo's going to get it. You know, I never used to feed my dog table scraps, but now that he's friggin' ancient, and God knows when he's going to croak, it's time for him to have some luxuries of life. So I'm just going to chop it up to smaller pieces that he can manage with his lack of teeth, and I'm gonna dump it in his bowl so that he doesn't eat it off this plate, and he can have some snackos because he deserves some snackos. But yeah, guys, got through the first shift today. It was actually pretty much exactly the same as the job I used to do, except for now I have a choice if I want to go on the phones and take calls or not. But it's like I'm being paid to do a job, so if there's nothing assigned to me, I might as well go out and look for work, right? And by that I mean jump on the phones and help out with the old stuff, with the old crew. I don't mind doing calls. I don't know why I did that. I'm really not hungry. I'm actually feeling really full right now, guys. So anybody out there in my YouTube land who does fishing, do you guys pay for that mystery tackle box? Is that something you get? Is it worth it? I know we can get it up here in Canada. You can get it through Carl's Bait and Tackle, your online fishing tackle store. I thought Carl's was like an actual storefront, but no, it turns out it's just an online store. And they can, man, this is a lot of steak for Stupid to have. I'm gonna keep him busy. Probably gonna have him shitting up a storm. Yeah, I'm thinking that other steak that's in the fridge, that sea sucker's getting cut in half. 600 grams of steak, plus I had some ham with it just to kind of add some more meat to, some more insult to injury, if you will. That was a bit too much. All right, let's take this downstairs, pour it in his bowl, because I hate feeding him off of a plate, because then he gets the idea that plates have good stuff on it, and it's pretty bad now when I'm coming up the stairs with my supper. Little asshole's trying to trip me all the time. Like literally trying to trip me, getting in the way and crying and whining because I'm not giving him the food, and it's like it's my food, like frig off. And I'm giving him some now so he can just calm his tits. You know what, this Cabela shirt sucks for having a mic on it. The collar's too high. There, we'll just do that for now. Oh, it's the friggin' washing machine or dryer that I'm hearing. There, enjoy. 200 ounces of steak. That should keep him busy. But anyways, guys, I got to thinking about 3D printing. People ask me, you know, what are you going to print? And I already know the prime thing I'm going to print is going to be like lures, fishing lures. That's going to be my prime thing that I want to print. I want to make my own stuff, to fish with my own stuff. Not really for resale, mainly because fishing with your own stuff is awesome, all right? Maybe for resale, but like there's so many friggin' lure companies opening up in North Bay that the competition is going to be pretty steep. And they're all producing pretty much the same garbage, right? They're all buying the lure kits from lureking.com or whatever, the luremakers.ca or whatever it is. They're all buying the same metal molds, producing the exact same crawfish, the exact same everything. You name it, it's the exact freaking same. What I want to do is I want to make lures that work but look nothing like what's on the market. I want to make stuff that's the fish is going to see it and go, oh, that's new. Wonder what that tastes like. And they're going to strike it hard and they're going to go to town on it. That's what I want to do. I want to make some really custom stuff. I want to flavor it with some really custom things. I have a few ideas that I'm going to try and we're going to see how well this works out. And it should be pretty friggin' awesome in my mind anyway. So I'm going to make some hard baits. Gonna make a lot of soft plastics. You know, I want to avoid going tackle shops this summer. I want to avoid going to Canadian Tire and buying lures. Probably still gonna buy the odd Rapala stuff, but I want to make my own top water, make my own deep divers. Ding, fries are done. I want to make like stuff like that, like good homemade unique fishing lures, because honestly everybody's making the same thing. They're selling good prices, mind you, like $8 for a pack of crawfish and $8 for a pack of stick baits. And like stick baits are one thing that no matter what, they're all the same. The only difference between the ones that I buy, the power baits, and like the cheap Senkos or stick baits, can't call them Senkos, that name's trademark, is power baits have so much salt in them. The moment they hit the water, that odor gets out. The bass pick it up, think it's a bleeding bait fish, realize it's a worm, think it's a bleeding worm, and strike it, because salt apparently underwater smells like blood, okay? So that's why they oversalt their stick baits and their flukes, because it stinks like blood, and the fish, it drives the fish crazy. They gotta strike it. But there's other flavors you can use to get the same effect, and you won't ruin the integrity of the worm. That's the problem I have with the power baits. Like they were $10.97 a piece for a pack at Walmart. You get 10 of them in there, so it's like $1 a stick bait. But in reality, it's a buck of stick bait, and they're only good for one freaking fish because when the bass bites onto it, he shreds the damn thing so bad that you end up either A, losing it, or B, only having half of it left. So you can either rig it on a Ned rig and bounce it off the ground a bit and try and entice a bite, or throw it out because the damn thing is pretty much useless. You can't take them home. Like with common plastics made of plastisol, you can take them back, you can throw them into a Pyrex dish, nuke them, melt them back down, and reuse the plastisol and pour new ones. But when they have that much salt in them, I tried to melt them down, and holy crap, they caught fire. So yeah, don't do that. Don't do that with power baits. It's not a good idea. So I found a bunch of ideas online on Thingiverse, but the thing I like about Thingiverse is you can take those models, bring them into a 3D modeler of some fashion, and you can modify them to make them your own. So if you print it off, you try it out, and the action's not good, you can be like, okay. Or if you want to add a rattle into it, like a couple ball bearings or something, you can design the sleeve, put the ball bearings in, seal it up, and give it a rattle so that when you're in the water and it's shaking back and forth, it's so on those days when the water's muddy, you can actually drive the fish to want to come in and grab it. You know, and then there's, like with the soft plastics, like I said, there's so many flavors you can use that will entice a bite and maintain integrity. And I got some ideas there too. Will I make videos on this? Probably. Am I worried people are going to steal my idea? Nope, because I'm not in this for commercial. I'm in this here for fun. Because after doing the math on the cost to make my own baits versus buying them, the initial cost is expensive, but the more I go fishing, that number goes down. Because, okay, I get it. You're going to be done soon. Holy crap, how many bells does that friggin' dryer have? So, anyway, so that's the battle plan there. Like, I want to print off stuff. And also I want to print off GoPro mounts, different style GoPro accessories. You know, the GoPro Hero 8 is actually doing really good since I swapped out the battery. I'm pretty sure that old battery I had in there, she was probably really old, because I bought the GoPro Hero 8 when the GoPro Hero 10 came out. I think we're on to the GoPro Hero 11 now, I don't know. But I bought the Hero 8 at like really end of life. Who knows how long this thing sat on the shelf with the limited power in the battery. It was always a hard battery to pull out of the camera from the day I first got it until I finally pulled it and she completely, well, the last time I used the battery, I had to use pliers to pull it out because my hands would slip off the tape thing, the pull tab to pull the battery out. So I had to use pliers to like pry it out of the friggin' camera. And then I was never putting it back in again because I was like, holy crap, I need a new battery. And then I bought that friggin' wrong battery and I was like, well, this ain't good. Then I got the right battery, so now we're good. But that's what I want to do. I want to print fun stuff. And the best thing about the modeling tools is, like, I need a battery cover for that bike. I can't find one anywhere. They don't just sell the part for it. That's the reason why, the other reason why I think they got rid of it is because they lost the battery cover and they didn't know what to do. So I can literally use the software to build an exact replica of the battery cover that's on there and then mirror it, print it. Sure, it'll be whatever color the filament is. I'll just make sure I use black filament and then we're good to go. I'm gonna roll this one more time because that was a real big load.
That's what she said.
So yeah, like I was thinking, I'm like, I'm gonna need a dedicated computer for the 3D printer, but no, all the 3D printers I looked at, they all run off SD cards. So I can just use my video editing computer to do all my modeling, move the models to the SD card, plug them into the printer, and we're off to the races. Like, I don't need a dedicated computer plugged into this thing. And some of the even better 3D printers connect to your Wi-Fi network, so you can actually just send the model to the printer and you're off to the races. Like, I'm looking at something cheap to start, like something good, not cheap as in Fisher Price through my first 3D printer. Like, I'm looking at the Ender 3, or there was one that was brought up to my attention that's exactly like the Ender 3, but like $120 cheaper. That's what I'm looking at, is something along those lines, because to me, that sounds pretty damn awesome. You know, a cheap solution to get the job done, and it will get the job done. So I'm thinking going that route. The only thing I liked about the Ender 3 that I didn't like about the one that was $120 cheaper is it doesn't have a hot plate, and apparently that really helps out with making your molds stick while it's being printed. Because I do plan on printing my own soft plastic molds where, you know, you can either hand pour or inject your plastisol into it and get your lures. I know a lot of people use the CNC machined ones. I might even go that route, get a couple of those. I'm thinking for my stick baits I might go that route, but as far as going for a I should grab my phone because Nikki's going to be calling at 7. As far as going for a top pour, like a fluke or whatever, I'm pretty sure the best bet there is to 3D print something cool and then top pour it. That's what I plan on 3D printing. So I was like thinking about like this computer here that the cat puked all over the other day. What am I gonna do with this? Well, first off, she's old, but she has a PCI Express. And I don't know, I might gut it and see if it's a 16 times and maybe turn that thing into a wee bit of a Bitcoin miner and chuck it down here and let it produce some heat. That might be a good idea in my mind anyway, but my mind's all over the place and you guys already know that. Anyway, Nikki's gonna be calling me soon, so I'm gonna put the camera down, take that call, and I'll talk to you guys afterwards. All right, peace the frig out.
3 hours later.
Oh, I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you. I just talked about how good the GoPro's been acting lately and how a lot of the problems went away after I replaced the battery, which I still have somewhere on this desk. Yup, nope, that's the good battery. That doesn't fit my GoPro. Here it is. It's inflated even more. Yeah, it's inflated even more. But I just filmed for like 20 minutes and none of the audio took. Like I'm upset. I'm really not happy. That sucks. Like, I don't know what the hell, man. I honestly don't know. I don't know why it picks and chooses when to mic up and when not to mic up. Man, if I go fishing and that happens, I'm going to be thoroughly pissed. Like, thoroughly. Like, that's a lot. Very much a lot. So, like, I don't know what to do, but I don't know. I talked about a bunch of stuff. No, I got talking to Nikki. Oh, man, this is great. My eyeball's so itchy, like, right there, and it feels so good what I'm doing. But no, I talked to Nikki about all the, about what I mentioned on this video about the bait. And how there's a lot of competition in North Bay and how they're all basically creating the same thing. And my plan is to create something outside the box that still works. And I think I can pull it off. I think I can make, but like I said, I'm not really doing it for resale though, because I already got enough side jobs on the go right now. Like that's something I should tell you guys. That was kind of cool. Let's go for a little strut. The other day, after the live show on Friday, Saturday, I woke up to an awesome email. And I might as well let you guys in on it because, well, why not? You guys watch the show and you talk about it. So I woke up to an awesome email from YouTube advising me that they're reinstating the AdSense because I've met the credentials. 4,000 hours watch time, the 1,000 subscribers, and the, can't remember what the other one. Anyway, I re-met the credentials. So they're going to reinstate the AdSense. So that's pretty cool. So now I got my hobby, you guys, as a side gig and the Bitcoin mining as a side gig. Like I made more on Bitcoin mining than I ever did on YouTube. And that's when it was $34,000 for a single Bitcoin. Now it's like 49,000. It was up to 80,000 at one point, which is pretty badass. But yeah, like that's the thing. It's like, you know, when I got the Dear John letter last March, April-ish, whenever it was, that they were cutting it because I wasn't producing enough content and my hours were low and all that, so that I didn't meet the credentials. And that's what happened to a lot of people, you know. A lot of people were on with full screen and RPM network and all that, and because they didn't meet the credentials for the new AdSense policy, they got it removed. But you can get it back. You just got to put in the hours and the work and all that. Like it took me a lot of live streaming to get the hours up. And the live streaming is, like I told you guys, the live streaming is like the key thing. Play some video games online. If you can get 10 people to watch and you play for 4 hours, that's some serious time right there, right? That's like 40 hours right there alone. So yeah, they're reinstating it. So I don't know when it's going to take place. I still don't have the green dollar sign thing beside my videos, but that's kind of cool. That's kind of exciting. And that's going to happen. So that's friggin' awesome. Before though, like when you guys would super chat, that money would come to me. I would get that money because that wasn't an AdSense thing. That was a super chat thing. It went into my AdSense. I still had my AdSense. My AdSense wasn't shut down. It's just monetization on the videos was. So that's kind of cool that it's back. Yeah, I don't think it's going to make a lot of money. I don't even care because like I told you guys before, I was never in this for the money. When I was making money off of, you know, full screen back in the day. And then when I ditched full screen and went to AdSense and making money there, it was like, you know, $100 a month at the most. Like it wasn't really a lot of money to begin with. You're not exactly going to be rolling in the riches. You know, I'm no kid behind a camera, friggin' more J Stew. I'm just some guy who walks around his friggin' kitchen in the winter talking to you guys on a camera. But I hope to get out there and do some more stuff that's more exciting, more fun to watch once the weather stops sucking. Like I've never seen anything more of a yo-yo than the weather around here lately. It's brutal. I'm so paranoid that the friggin' microphone's not going to pick up. Like, I'm literally checking the clips after I stop recording to make sure there's audio there. But, oh, it's not something you should have to do. They need to fix this media mod. Well, that's why I'm going to get another GoPro. I'll get the GoPro Hero 10 with the media mod, because that one there actually works flawlessly. Nobody's complained about it. Unless people have complained about it and I just don't read their complaints. But I don't know. Honestly, I'd like to get a camcorder, a good camcorder. If they make such a thing that has a hot shoe mount where I can mount the Rode media mic. I know, Adam, get a DSLR. But Jesus Murphy, man, those things are freaking clunky and annoying to carry around. This thing here is simple. Just friggin' take it with you and go. But like for fishing, I won't be using the Go mic. I'll be using my lapel because that's easier to manage. And I don't need the media mic. I'm not going to have, the GoPro's going to be on my chest. And then I was thinking about taking my other GoPro, my Session, and mounting it on the ice shack somewhere. Well, I'm not going to have the ice shack on Wednesday. I'm going to be using, I'm just going to walk out. But I could always set it up on a tripod or something with a battery pack and get a different angle. If we catch a fish, you can, you know, instead of seeing my shot, you can see like a 3D shot or something. Could be kind of fun. But yeah, it's really upsetting. I had a good conversation there, and I was friggin' had a lot that I said, and I go and bring it into the editor, and it's just one straight line of nothing. It's not the first time it's happened, and it won't be the last. Welcome to the fun with a friggin' camera that's no longer supported. I don't know. I'd love to get myself a Sony or a Panasonic camcorder that shoots 4K. That'd be ideal. Or I was looking at this other camera. It was the Canon M200 or 300 or some shit. It's a point and shoot, like the old friggin' crappy, you know. Sony has a couple nice ones too that are point and shoots. And they have a hot shoe and a mic input. And I could use this on there, and they're really good. There's actually one designed for content creators, and I was looking at that, but she's like a hot bill, and I'm like, I can't afford to pay attention. So that's not going to happen anytime soon. But yeah, it's thought I'd let you guys know. I was like, maybe I shouldn't bring it up, but you know what? I've always been honest on this channel. I've always been honest. So it's like, oh, I'll let you guys know. So yeah, the AdSense is getting reinstated probably for the beginning. Like right now, it's still, well, yeah, it's still March 31st. So nothing's really changed. So they're probably going to start it back up in February. Maybe tomorrow it'll be on. I don't know. We'll wait and see, and we'll see and wait. But that's pretty cool. But yeah, every single time somebody super chatted, I got that. And anybody who donated through PayPal, obviously I got that because that goes to my PayPal and doesn't even go across any Google platforms. So that's pretty cool too. But yeah, man, I talked about a bunch of shit, but I got to cut it short because, frig's sakes, I got to get to bed. I was supposed to be in bed 2 minutes from now, and, well, it's still going to happen, so whatever. Anyway, people, thanks for watching. Sorry for a shorter video. I did have a longer one planned, but, you know, nobody wants to watch a silent video. Until next time, guys, remember, like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that fun stuff. Hey, who knows, maybe we'll start doing some competitions or something. And also let me know if you guys are, if you're anglers and you buy that friggin' mystery tackle box, if it's actually worth it. Because Nikki and I were talking, and she's like, oh, maybe that'd be some fun thing for me to get Max for Easter, because he wants to get into fishing. And I told her, I said, well, pretty much every month the box shows up with lures, but I don't know much about it. I watched a couple of videos on it, and what those guys unboxed looked pretty epic, but maybe they were getting some special deal to promote it, and then when you get his cheeks, I don't know. But anyway, if you guys buy it and it's really good, let me know in the comments below. And if you guys don't know what it is and you want to leave a comment about it anyway, by all means, do what you got to do to get shit did. And until next time, guys, live it to win it. Peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.